ChatGPT. As you may already know, it is capable of generating human-like responses with the help of its information bundle containing almost half a terabytes of data. Being a data scientist, I can tell you that it's an enormous amount of data when it comes to text data. And with that, I'm going to spend the rest of this video in sharing my knowledge about ChatGPT and OpenAI. So let's get started. So by the end of this video, you will exactly know who owns OpenAI and how you can get a share of ChatGPT in your portfolio. This video is going to be jam-packed with information about ChatGPT and OpenAI. I am intentionally making this video with all the information so that the people who don't know anything about ChatGPT can learn more about it. And if you already know about it, you can get some interesting information. So feel free to skip to the part you are interested in. Entire timeline is in the description. ChatGPT beats all the online services when it comes to sprinting to 1 million users. It achieved 1 million users in just 5 days and reached 100 million users in less than 2 months. When comparing these data with the famous online services, for example, Netflix took 3.5 years to get to 1 million users, Twitter took around 2 years to get to 1 million users, Facebook took around 10 months, Instagram took around 2.5 months, and ChatGPT literally just 5 days. ChatGPT is designed by using deep learning and reinforcement learning using human feedbacks. What does that mean for you? That means that ChatGPT is doing a great job at doing the generative responses as compared to other deep learning algorithms out in the market. ChatGPT interestingly uses the entered responses to then generate the response to that as a reply. As a result of that, the ChatGPT's response would be clear and very easy to understand. ChatGPT can help you with developing your business strategies or writing out a blog post or basically finding out a recipe or giving a gift to your partner. It can even help you finding out the errors in your code, writing your code, or even explaining your code as well. But keep this in mind. ChatGPT is trained on a static data and it cannot browse internet for you because it's trained on data up till sometime in 2021 and does not have new data yet, as it takes somewhere around millions of dollars to do the processing for one-time training job of ChatGPT model. Even if we compare ChatGPT with the other products of OpenAI, it took somewhere around 24 months for ChatGPT version 3 to get to 1 million subscribers. It took around 6 months for the Copilot product. It took around 2.5 months for DALL-E, and it only took 5 days for ChatGPT version 3 to hit 1 million subscribers. And interestingly, out of all the social traffic, 47% of that actually comes from YouTube, 18% of that comes from Twitter, and the rest, all the social media, is for the rest of the traffic. Now that you know some interesting facts behind ChatGPT, let's try to focus on our first question, which is who owns OpenAI, which is the company behind the popular product ChatGPT. OpenAI was founded on 2015 in San Francisco, California. OpenAI technically is a combination of for-profit and non-profit organization. It technically was non-profit before but became for-profit once in 2019 Microsoft started investing in OpenAI. The brain behind the OpenAI is Ilya Sutskever. Ilya is a computer scientist from Canada. He has worked as a postdoc fellow for Andrew Ng. If you don't know about Andrew Ng, he is basically the brain behind Google Brain as well as pioneering into machine learning and artificial intelligence. So Ilya was working for him as a research scientist in the Google Brain project. Now we know about the brain behind the OpenAI, but let's talk something more about the interesting brains who are actually pushing this out in the market. Very less people know about this when it comes to OpenAI, but the founding father includes Sam Altman, who is basically the founding father of Y Combinator as well, which is a big name when it comes to incubators and startups. We also have some board members from Microsoft, and we also have our famous Elon Musk. Last but not the least, we also have Peter Thiel, who is the founder of Palantir Technologies, if you have heard about it. Initially, when these founders collaborated in this amazing opportunity of OpenAI, the goal was to create a friendly AI which is out there in the world and can help create some new innovations. But wait, does that mean that they all own the OpenAI, and if we can invest in one of their companies, we technically can invest in OpenAI? I don't think so. But here is the twist. Founders do have the ownership of the company, but their companies don't have the ownership of OpenAI. So founders do get benefited out of OpenAI, but not necessarily that their companies get benefited out of OpenAI. So technically Palantir or Tesla, we cannot say 100% that they are getting benefited out of any sales or business opportunities OpenAI brings in. Now that we know about who owns the company or the founding fathers of OpenAI, let's talk a little bit more financial, because that can help you decide if you want to invest in ChatGPT or OpenAI or not. When it comes to money, Elon Musk picture comes into the mind, of course, because he is the founder of OpenAI along with a lot of other members. So let's talk a little bit more about Elon's journey in OpenAI. Elon Musk has contributed significantly into the success of OpenAI. Elon Musk has contributed almost $10 million at the start of the company to keep it non-profit. But you have also heard that Elon Musk speaks in the event about AI being one of the very risky factors when it comes to the future of human civilizations. So that actually creates some traction when it comes to being a board member of OpenAI. So it's also sometimes confusing why Elon talks about the risk of AI when he literally owns the OpenAI as well as the product which is created by OpenAI called ChatGPT. Even Sam Altman, who is also the founder of OpenAI, has said that he is worried about the misuses of the AI and what it can do to the world. So the immediate goal of all these founding fathers when creating OpenAI was to make sure that the safety comes at the first place. They have also realized that regulations may slow them down when it comes to AI, but they are necessary to make sure that the AI is not getting out of hand. However, after this controversial statement from Elon Musk in 2019, the company immediately stated that Elon is not going to provide any significant contributions into their day-to-day activities. And another event happened in 2019 when Microsoft wanted to invest $1 billion into the company, and Elon Musk sold apparently all of his stakes to Microsoft. But even with that, Elon Musk still holds an advisory seat at the board. So yes, Elon no longer being the operational part of OpenAI and not contributing into the day-to-day operations, Tesla or SpaceX or some other stocks which you think you can buy for benefiting with OpenAI may not be the right choice. And the next part of the story starts with Microsoft. Microsoft started partnering with OpenAI in terms of the computing resources. They technically hold the 5th most powerful computer in the world, which is used to train the models of OpenAI. Later in 2019, Microsoft released an article in which they clearly stated that OpenAI and Microsoft has an agreement in which they can commercially utilize any of the resulting technologies produced by OpenAI. So to answer your question, who owns the OpenAI? No doubt these individuals do own the share of OpenAI, but their companies don't get the direct benefit of OpenAI as such. But on the other end, Microsoft increased their investments to $10 billion at the start of 2023 when the ChatGPT was launched, and it gives them enormous power when it comes to utilizing the ChatGPT for their commercial utilization. So maybe in future you will see Word, Microsoft PowerPoint or your Outlook being all ramped up with ChatGPT. And you can also say that Microsoft will be immediately benefited by the sales and services provided by OpenAI on any of their product, including ChatGPT. Now, if you are enjoying this video so far, please give a like to this video because it apparently helps the YouTube algorithm. Fast forward to 2023, the current valuation of OpenAI is sitting somewhere around $29 billion, which is a lot for a startup. To compare the numbers, when people thought that Mark Zuckerberg is bidding astronomical on WhatsApp with $16 billion, this is literally $29 billion. Microsoft is providing some regular services for the OpenAI, including supercomputing at scale when it comes to providing any processing power to the OpenAI products, readily available OpenAI models on Microsoft Azure, handling all the OpenAI workload when tens of millions of people are accessing it. It all goes through Azure, and all the OpenAI products, including the GitHub Copilot, the DALL-E, and the ChatGPT are all deployed on Azure. Now let's go back to the financials of ChatGPT and how it can benefit Microsoft. ChatGPT is estimated to make around $200 million by the end of 2023 and make around $1 billion by the end of 2024. They also announced a $20 per month plan on February 1st, 2023, through which users gets the priority access during peak hours. But you might be thinking, how is that even possible with just one product? Now, for those who don't know about this, the main model of this company is not to provide that UI where people can chat with the application. It's more about the API services which can be used by any software products to enhance their existing model. So any companies right now in the market you see providing services around summarizing your text or providing some new text as a part of providing the value to you, it probably is based out of ChatGPT. One example I just recently noticed is the AI add-on of Notion app. No doubt it's a great product and tool. I use it every single day. But when it comes to AI add-on package, it really changes the whole game. I mean, I can summarize all my notes, I can summarize my reports, I can summarize even my scripts. If I want to make some words even better out of it, it can literally do it with just a spacebar. So Notion AI is definitely utilizing ChatGPT at next level, and I think a lot of companies will start doing that pretty soon. And from all this, Microsoft will technically be benefited both as a service provider as well as the investor in OpenAI. So probably the best way to get your scoop on ChatGPT as well as OpenAI is to invest in Microsoft stock. While filming this video, the Microsoft stock price is sitting somewhere around 250 US dollars. So you can start thinking about the investment when it comes to Microsoft and OpenAI, because future is really bright for all these technologies. Now I will definitely advise you to keep investing and diversifying your portfolio, because that will set you up for success. But if you are someone who is not regularly able to invest, then you probably need a better budgeting mindset. And if you are looking for better budgeting strategy, check out this video where I am explaining the differences between needs, want, and how much you can technically save from your paycheck so you can invest in such strategies and make a better financial future for yourself. So thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.